let's talk about Trey Lance. He's probably going to start this game. Well, we don't know for sure. If he does start this game, what would be your biggest concern? Your number one concern for the team, for him in that case?
That his evaluation gets all messed up and tossed around. Like, people will say, well, look, second start, already a bust. You can't do this.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Dude.
The Jimmy Garoppolo fans just waiting, right? They're just
like right. The Jimmy Garoppolo fans. This is what you wanted from week one.
Let's see how you like the criticism, Trey.
This is why you can't win. This is why they put him in there, because you can't win. Dude, if Trey Lance was starting week one, you shouldn't have looked at this team as any sort of playoff team. All eyes should have been to Trey Lance's development. Right. You shouldn't have been looking at this team as a Super Bowl team with Jimmy Garoppolo, to be honest. But that's the thing. Like, a lot of people are now, well, all you people that wanted Lance are backpedaling. No, we're using our brains. This is his second start. In his second start, evaluate it like it's his second start. I don't care if this is a must-win game. You still can't lose sight of that. And don't use this as some sort of attempt to dunk on the people who wanted to build a stronger roster around Trey Lance while getting him developed. There was a world where you could still develop him, put enough around him, and put him in a safe space where he could still execute to an extent that you can win games. But for anybody who was thinking that people who pushed for Trey Lance in week one was to turn this team into a Super Bowl contender, then you've got it completely wrong as well, too. The evaluations on both sides have been completely tossed off at this point. Right now, what you should be looking at is, yes, must win. Trey Lance can actually execute enough to win this game. He was this close to beating an Arizona team that was unbeatable. This is before December. Remember, that's not the same Arizona team, right? This close. Bad game planning, messed up finger, all erratic. This close. He can beat this Texans team. But the evaluation should always be fair. Second start. That's it, man. I don't want to hear this about, well, that's why they played Jimmy, and this is why you're all wrong. No, if Trey Lance started week one, you completely changed your expectations on the season.
Those tweets are coming first quarter after 1 3 and out or an incomplete pass.
If Jimmy was on the field, they would have 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. So my biggest concern really is that the fact that I really don't get the sense that Kyle wants Trey to play this game. I don't get the sense that Kyle wants Trey to play at all this season for whatever reason. And Kyle is so good at proving himself right. I mean, if Kyle wanted Trey to play and had prepared him for this moment by bringing him in the fourth quarters of those blowouts and like had the attitude of like, you know what, goodbye, Jimmy. I'm going to show the world my project. The way that was Harbaugh's attitude with Kaepernick, and you could feel it like, hey, when he
couldn't wait to unleash this.
Couldn't wait. And when Alex Smith went down, it was like, I got the feeling that Harbaugh was not happy, but like, well, here we go. We'll see what happens. And I just don't get that vibe from Kyle yet. I get the vibe more from him like, man, that's next year. And I decided that, and that's the way it's going to be. That's next year. And so if he's not really prepared, if it's one of these weird game plans like in Arizona where he has to be a running back and it's really Kyle being like, see, he's not ready. See, I told you he's not ready. Told you he's not ready. It's like, then that's what my concern is. Like Kyle, essentially. Kyle. The coach's preparation of the kid, because as talented as he is, he's going to need to be prepared for this. And he hasn't been.
And the other thing is that next year, because he sat the entire year or whatever it may have you, is people are going to automatically expect him to hit the ground running, knowing that that'll be his, third or fourth start, depending on how things go. And that's not his fault. Again, no matter what you say about other people, they're at least taking their reps and they're starting to learn the speed. What happens if Trey Lance starts to see that speed next year when he actually gets the starts? And then you guys are expecting this to be some off the ground thing. Again, man, what if the Buffalo Bills in year one, they watched Josh Allen airmail throws? They were like, you know what, man? I think this kid ain't got it, man. And they didn't stick with him for 3 years.
Right. No.
And they didn't stick with him for 3 years. And guess what they got? Like the patience with this fan base right now and the evaluation, again, it's the both sides. It's the Jimmy fans that want to see him fail so they could say, see what you guys were saying, and it's the people who expect Lance to be Superman right away when literally the golden boy is in a terrible situation, not playing well. Zach Wilson looks horrible. Justin Fields is struggling. Mac Jones is struggled lately. Jones has struggled lately. And everybody's just like, well, remember those other 8 games? Yeah? How's he been doing the last few games? So that's the thing. Everybody's going to go through their bumps and bruises. Just keep it all in perspective. That's all I'm asking.
I'm confident in Trey Lance, and I think he's going to win this game. And I'm bought in with him. I would want to coach him if I were a coach. I'm not a coach. I would want to coach him. I just want to see Kyle buy in. I want to see that he's bought in. I want him to show it with his body language, with how he says, how he acts, the way he calls his game. Show me that you're confident he can run the Jimmy offense, which is basically a training wheels version of your Atlanta offense anyway. Show me the confidence that you're bought in, that you not secretly wish that you had Mac Jones or something like that. The minute I see that moment, I'll feel very confident. But I just haven't seen it yet with Kyle, and it's perplexing.
You give Jimmy Garoppolo the gimme throws. Give them to Trey Lance. The layups. Give them to him. They're throws that are 2 yards in front of the line off of misdirection. Please, Kyle. It's not that hard. If the kid can't hit that throw, you got bigger problems than that.
Yeah. Dean says, well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions, Kyle Shanahan. Ha.